Good evening. Life is like a coin. You can spend it any way you wish, but you only spend it once. Welcome to BMC News Live in English. I am Vinod Narayanan, joining you with the daily news updates. News in detail. Royal order to convene National Assembly on October 10. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa today issued Royal Order 35 of 2021 convening the bicameral National Assembly to resume its sessions. Under the order, the Shura Council and the Council of Representatives will convene on Sunday, October 10 afternoon for the opening of the fourth session of the fifth legislative term. The Royal Order will be published in the official Gazette. King orders to expedite work to return prayers back to normal at mosques. His Majesty King Hamad today ordered that work be sped up to return prayers back to normal at mosques in line with updated health rules and regulations. The orders were made as he met with the Supreme Islamic Council President Sheikh Abdurrahman bin Muhammad Al Khalifa. Women were allowed back for prayers last month at mosques for the first time in 18 months. Public facilities and ablution areas were also opened on the condition that cleaners were on site. Spaces have also been left between sinks as part of COVID-19 social distancing protocols. Mosques were first closed on March 28 last year before being opened for men to perform prayers in staged timing starting from August. Bahrain to commemorate World Space Week. The Kingdom of Bahrain will join the United Nations in celebrating the World Space Week, which will kick off on October 4. The commemoration is within the framework of the development vision of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa to boost the kingdom's status among advanced countries in the space field and in investing in future sciences to serve the comprehensive sustainable development march. The celebration is in response to the General Assembly's resolution issued on December 6, 1999 to shed light on the contributions of the space science and technology to the betterment of human conditions. The event focuses this year on the theme Women in Space and the role of women in space sciences, innovation and exploration. The Kingdom of Bahrain has made pioneering and fast-paced achievements in this respect since the establishment of the National Space Science Authority, NSSA. Ever since, the kingdom has continued its role in developing space sciences in partnership with the national institutions, space agencies, and international research centers. Lane closure on Khalifa Al Kabir Highway in Muharraq. The resurfacing work on Khalifa Al Kabir Highway in Muharraq requires closure of 1 and 2 lanes on stages in both directions near the Coast Guard. The closure will be very night from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. except weekend nights, starting today for 10 nights. All road users are requested to observe and obey the traffic rules of safety of all, said the Ministry of Works, Municipalities Affairs and Urban Planning, which coordinated the closure with the General Directorate of Traffic of the Ministry of Interior. Education Minister hails teachers' efforts on World Teachers' Day observed on 5th September. Education Minister Dr. Majid bin Al-Nuaimi praised the Kingdom's efforts during the coronavirus pandemic, which continued to provide educational service to students despite all challenges. The minister noted that the World Teachers' Day is an opportunity to highlight teachers' success during the pandemic, which reflects their dedication, sincerity, perseverance, and desire for achievement. The highlighted teachers' contribution in filming lessons and broadcasting them on Bahrain TV and uploading them on 14 YouTube channels to be available to students in their homes, including a channel for students with special needs. Al-Nuaimi stressed that teachers will remain a key partner in developing curricula, training programs, teaching methods and activities during the planning, implementation and evaluation stages. Bahrain's Kalkidan Gassaheng breaks 10-kilometer road race world record in Geneva. Bahrain's Kalkidan Gassaheng Won Giants Geneva 10 km in 29 minutes 38 seconds on Sunday to take 5 seconds off the women's world record for a 10 km road race when men are also competing. The Tokyo Olympics 10,000 meter silver medalist bettered the world record mark set by Kenya's Joycelyn in 2017 by 5 seconds. For the 30-year-old, it was just the fourth road race of her career. 62 new COVID-19 cases, no fatalities registered on Sunday out of 6,923 COVID-19 tests carried out on 3rd October 2021. 62 new cases have been detected in Bahrain. Of these, 29 were expatriate workers, 17 were contacts of active cases, and 16 travel-related. There are currently 5 cases in a critical condition and 8 cases receiving treatment. 605 are stable out of a total of 610 active cases. Now we will be back after a very short break.
All your favorite products under one roof in Bahrain at 27-year-old Megamart and Macromart. Bakery, fresh meat and fish, fruits and vegetables, sweets and snacks, ready-to-eat foods, dairy products, grocery or consumer goods. To have a wonderful shopping experience, please visit your nearest Megamart Macromart branch. Megamart and Macromart, full of goodness.
Welcome back. Double-jabbed Saudis aged 12 and above can cross King Fahd Causeway. Saudis who are more than 12 years of age and receive 2 shots of COVID-19 vaccinations can now cross King Fahd Causeway towards Bahrain. Official Saudi sources told that Saudis aged less than 18 can travel to Bahrain and those aged 12 and above must have 2 vaccination shots, but who are less than 12 need to have medical insurance. 7 more killed in Oman following tropical storm Shaheen. 7 more people were killed in Oman as heavy winds and rain swept through the country after tropical storm Shaheen made landfall, the National Emergency Committee said on Monday on its official Twitter account. 4 people has been killed on Sunday, including a child. Latest data showed that the storm had subsided. The Civil Aviation Authority said on Monday, warning that scattered rainfall will still expected. It's urged citizens to be careful crossing valleys and avoid low-lying areas. When its eye crossed land, Shaheen was carrying winds of between 120 and 150 km per hour. Omani authorities said it was throwing up waves up to 10 meters. Video footage from Omani broadcasters showed vehicles submerged as people tried to make their way through muddy brown flat water. State TV showed people in flooded areas being rescued by helicopter. Up to 500 centimeters of rain was expected in some areas, raising the risk of flash floods. Cyclones steadily lose their power over land and Shaheen was downgraded to a tropical storm after it cleared the ocean, the Meteorology Services said on Twitter. Cyclone help for students. 15 Bahraini students in Muscat were moved to safety yesterday after they sought help as Cyclone Shaheen bore down on Oman, packing heavy winds and rains and threatening a potential storm surge. Bahrain's ambassador to Oman, Dr. Juma Al-Kabi, told that a 24/7 hotline had been set up to help its citizens. So far, no incidents or injuries have been reported from amongst the 300 Bahrainis residing in the Sultanate. Bus and ferry services across all governorates have been stopped, while several flights to and from the capital, Muscat, have been suspended or delayed. The tropical storm is the second in history to make landfall through the Gulf of Oman. The previous one was in 1890. UAE issued rain and dust storm alert. The UAE's Weather Bureau has reported light to moderate rains over multiple areas today as Cyclone Shaheen was downgraded to a tropical storm. The National Center of Meteorology also reported that visibility has been affected in multiple areas as high-speed winds kicked up dust. Americans Julius and Pata Poutine win 2021 Nobel Prize in Medicine. American scientists David Julius and Adam Patapoutian won the 2021 Nobel Prize for Medicine for their discoveries of receptors for temperature and touch, the award-winning body said on Monday. Their groundbreaking discoveries have allowed us to understand how heat, cold, and mechanical force can initiate the nerve impulses that allow us to perceive and adapt to the world around us, it said. This knowledge is being used to develop treatments for a wide range of disease conditions, including chronic pain. The more than century-old prize is awarded by the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences and is worth 10 million Swedish crowns. The prizes for achievements in science, literature, and peace were created and funded in the will of Swedish dynamite inventor and businessman Alfred Nobel. They have been awarded since 1901, with the Economics Prize first handed out in 1969. WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram crash. Unable to send messages WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook services were disrupted for most users. All three platforms have been down since 7 p.m. tonight. Many users took to Twitter to report a crash on these platforms. Half an hour later, the crash on all three platforms remains unsolved. Unable to send or receive WhatsApp messages. Similarly, there is a situation where the Facebook page cannot be loaded. Downdetector confirms that there are problems with WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook platforms. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I am Vinod Narayanan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.